Hey everybody. So I would like you all to think back to school. I mean, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, all the way up to your senior year. I want you to remember the good times and the bad times. I want you to remember if you were bullied or if you were not bullied, or if you were a bullier, or if you were somebody who has seen your fellow peers being bullied. Did you ever try to stop somebody from being bullied? Or did you ever try to stand up for yourself as a person being bullied? There are so many children in our school systems who are being bullied and being ignored every single day. Every year, the National Center for Education Statistics does a yearly survey on every school in the United States. They do everything from bullying to household incomes for free lunches or paid lunches or discounted lunches, etc. In July of 2019, they released their statistics for school bullying. From grades 6 to 12, 44.6% of children had said they had been bullied in one way, shape, or form. That is a high percentage. 44.6 out of 100%. That is almost half of students out of all the billions of people in the United States were being bullied. Children in the United States are being bullied. That is a high percentage, and it's only getting worse. It's not getting better. Oftentimes, we as adults tend to look at children when they say that they are being bullied or somebody is being mean to them at school because they don't quite know yet what bullying is. We tend to look the other way or tell them kids will be kids or stand up for yourself, do something. It's not okay. As adults, we are supposed to do something. We are supposed to protect our children. And if that means protecting our children from other children, then we take action. There is so much that we can do. And we've been doing it for years, trying to stop bullying in school. But there's more that we can do. We can stop saying, the kids will be kids theory. And we can actually trust our children and trust those children, especially as teachers. Those kids in school are supposed to look up to teachers as a role model. They're supposed to teach them. So if bullying is happening and a child comes to them and says, I think I am being bullied or this person is hurting me, and they act like they don't believe them, how is that child supposed to trust that adult? How are they supposed to look up to that adult? You don't. You can't. You just simply cannot. From personal experience with myself and my children, I myself was bullied in 5th and 6th grade. And I put an end to that in 7th grade. My nephew, Roman, currently is going to a city school. And last year was his first year in a city school. And he was being bullied. And his mother did nothing about it. And he, had brought it up to her and said that these kids were bullying him because he was white. Because out here in Rochester, the city schools, most of them are, black. And he's there's very seldom white children in that school. And he was being bullied. They would take his tablet. They would push into him at gym class, and he would bring it up to his mom, and she would brush it off her shoulders. He brought it up to myself and my fiance, his uncle, and I called the school. I do not put up with bullying when it comes to my children. Now, Roman, we fostered him for 2.5 years before we gave him back to his mother. And my children are my life. They come before everything and anyone. I called the principal, I called the school counselor, and I gave them names, and it was addressed immediately. It takes effort and action. And there's a lot more that we can do. There are programs that we can start. There are campaigns that we can start. According to reallink.com, there's a number of programs that we can start. You can place security systems in your schools, paying attention to the child, watching for signs of anxiety, watching if your child was a happy-go-lucky child and is, all of a sudden sad and dreary, crying, or looking at a child's clothing and their bodies, like if they've got marks on their clothing and bodies. I mean, that's a sign. You go to school in a brand new t-shirt, brand new pair of shorts and sneakers, and you come home with a rip at the bottom of your shirt, or something like that, or you come home with a bruise on your arm, or you get a call from the school nurse. Those are signs that something is happening to your child. And it is important for us as adults and as parents to always be aware of that. Even as adults and parents, we still get bullied. So, as adults and parents who can get bullied, we need to be extra cautious when it comes to our children being bullied. You have to trust your child. You have to believe your child. You have to watch for the signs. And you have to step up. And you have to address an issue if your child tells you that something is going on. You don't ignore it. You don't turn your cheek. And you don't brush your shoulders off. It's a serious thing. Bullying is serious. It can cause a lot of emotional and mental problems later down in life. Address it now. Be aware.